Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe. No, this is Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. And check out this sick double page spread of a cover from Mark Brooks. This looks awesome. However, total tease bait and switch because a number of these characters are not even in the issue. As we'll see, Doctor Strange is there for one panel. The X-Men aren't there at all, and we don't see Falcon. But, you know, all the same, this is real cool. And I mean, there's Hulk there, too. Now, I will say, it's not my favorite of all these Godzilla Marvel books, but it is a blast. And, you know, I'm just going to tell you right now, I give this a 7 out of 10 lawn flamingos. This isn't the best book you're going to read of all these Godzilla Marvel stuff, but it moves at a real quick pace. My biggest complaint is it's too funny. Everybody quips, everything kind of leads to a joke, but the whole book is focused on entertaining you, the reader, by having as much action as possible with humor spread out in between. Just everybody a little bit too quippy. Just like I also noticed the thing here, they put a little bit of focus at him making food and getting the correct aioli right. And that's one of the things I heard about that new Fantastic Four movie. I ain't seen it yet, although I'll check it out when it comes to the library. But I heard that he gets the least screen time and he doesn't really get much of a focus, and his main focus he gets is about how he's a cook, and that just seems a little bit off to me. You could have done more and better with the thing, and like that's just some weird synergy, I guess I should say. Taking me a tiny bit out of the book is all. But this is fun with the Mole Man and him getting this device, pulling this crystal out, set off and triggered a thing where this Celestial's waking up, and also, even worse, as he points out right here, so is Godzilla. And he just rips through everything and everybody. And we see right here him just blasting this Celestial. This is a real cool page. And right here we have an ad for this Marvel, The Thing versus the Marvel Universe. Ryan North and Ed McGuinness. Ed McGuinness is a fantastic artist, and Ryan North, I really liked his Fantastic Four issue of the Godzilla crossover series, so I need to check that out, although I'm always a bit behind from my comic shop there and such, so I don't know if they'll still have it. This says August, and we're in September right now, but I'll have to look for that next time I go in. We get this page of Godzilla just ripping that Celestial's heart out, though, and that is just brutal, and maybe a bit too much, but, you know, this is its own continuity, universe thing, whatever. And again, a little bit on the jokey, funny side, but the faces the Fantastic Four are making right here are just wonderful, because that's the reaction to have after somebody just ripped the heart out of a Celestial. And Godzilla looks so scary there too. And of course the Mole Man gives him a big blast of that energy, which gets Godzilla's attention and really ticks Reed off. And spoilers for that Fantastic Four movie, but I just heard through some comic book people I know and talking about the movie, and the Mole Man's in it. That's what they were saying anyhow, so that actually has me really excited to see the movie, because that could be really cool, Mole Man with all his underground monsters. But here we get that credit page, and that looks real cool. It's striking, it gets your attention. Just the silhouettes, that is fantastic. So we see here Gerry Duggan doing the writing and Javier Garrón doing the artwork, and yeah, I'm really liking everything I'm getting out of this here. We get the Avengers showing up and taking care of business. We get a whole bunch throughout the rest of this comic of Quicksilver just running back and forth rescuing people, and I like the focus on the rescue of civilians. That's pretty good. And we've seen some cool fighting here, but again, main thing I don't like about this book is it's just a little bit too funny. In that DC Godzilla crossover we just looked at the other day, all the characters, although it's in its own continuity, they all felt like the true version of themselves, even if it's a blend of multiple different continuities. These ones, they feel like the characters they are, but they feel like facsimiles just because they're too quippy jokey. If that makes sense at all. That said, it's just keeping the pace of entertainment throughout the book to keep your attention, and it is its own kind of thing. You don't have to take it too seriously, because, I mean, Godzilla's destroying everything anyhow. And we get Thor showing up on the scene, though, which is good news for everybody, because who has some of the best shot at taking Godzilla down? Well, I mean, Thor. He's got that power flowing through him. But we see this page here, Godzilla gives him a big old slap of the tail, and he's not having a good day in space. And then we get this great panel of Carol Danvers making that face. Ugh. That's the noise I imagine she's making right there. But this page is wonderful, where we get this panel with the flashback sort of scene, with it being in black and white, showing the original appearance in 54. And here we get a really cool shot of him fighting an actual classic kaiju, and referencing that he does such. But I gotta say, I remember him being a bit smaller than that, like not too small or anything, but I want to say it should be like a quarter smaller, maybe a fifth smaller. But you know, artists, different renditions, whatever. I love and hate that kaiju just because spiders give me the icks, but it's a cool one. I love those webs it shoots out of his mouth. But we get the Thing giving Godzilla a bite on the finger, which is real funny, and he just tosses him aside and he lands in Jameson's office, which is mighty convenient. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a reference to the original mention Trimpy series where Jameson's yelling at Godzilla. That's a classic moment in that. But instead we get this pretty funny gag with the Thing telling Jameson that Godzilla's actually Spider-Man who took lizard formula, which of course Jameson buys, and that's just fun. But all the same, that also feels to me much more like a Johnny sort of prank than a Ben prank. Ben's jokey, but not that kind of jokey. To my feeling. Although, if you disagree with me, please leave me a comment telling me such. And if you can cite a source of an issue where he makes a bit of a prank like that, I'd love to see that too. That'd be real cool. But you know, what do they call that? Engagement baiting. But for real, I do like hearing what people have to say about stuff. That's why I'm talking about comics, because talking about comics is fun. But we get one panel of Doctor Strange who's too busy dealing with some entities, and he cannot come to help. And looking at that thing, I don't blame him. That looks nasty. We get this great bit here, which to me felt very much like a reference to the original series, where like Red Ronin's just pointing to Godzilla and telling him to go in a direction. However, this Godzilla does not listen, and we see here he actually charges up and blasts Cap. This, I feel, is a bit wrong. I hate to see Godzilla kill Cap, but I feel like his atomic breath would have overwhelmed around the shield and not like focused on the shield so that it could block it. But it's pretty cool that he reflects the atomic breath back, and we see here it rips a hole in him too. That is nasty. However, we see here with the flatline and such, he heals real quick and he's back up like nothing. he rushes the Baxter building before Reed can get his device ready to send Godzilla to the negative zone, and that implodes, taking out the top section of the building and a number of folks, including Reed himself. So a few Avengers and all the Fantastic Four, but Johnny, are stuck in the negative zone now with no way to get back. So we'll see if they're just goners or if that's a thing. But here we have some of the stragglers left behind. They got to figure out something to do with Godzilla. But we got the new Avengers showing up. Deadpool making a joke about them being the new Thunderbolts. I guess as a reference to the Thunderbolt movie. Still ain't seen it yet. My library ain't got it yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and bummed out that I missed it in theaters. I did want to see that, but I heard there's a post-credit thing where they call themselves the new Avengers, so I'm guessing this is another one of those movie synergy jokey tie-in things. But if anybody's going to do that, Deadpool makes sense. I don't like that we have Miles and Spider-Gwen there. And I realize Miles has kind of made a niche for himself, and you know, he can fit in there, but he's still just like alternate universe Spider-Man to me. Just like her, she is not Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy is dead. She's a character we read about and followed, and it just feels weird, and I don't like it, but maybe that's just me being an old man. I would much prefer additional spider people being like Venom, or bringing back the Kane Scarlet Spider. That series was phenomenal. I should reread that and do some reviews. That was a good book. Same thing with that Agent Venom Flash Thompson thing, although I do like me some Eddie Brock Venom. Those David Michelini Venom miniseries Marvel doing, still my favorite stuff they've done in years. But it's nice seeing Power Man and Iron Fist together there too. And I read that one shot where they killed Danny, but this is its own continuity, and I like that we're going with the original, so that's fun. We got a great looking cover for issue 2, which I'm looking forward to picking up, and the Scrooge McDuck thing is real funny. We already looked at that double page cover, but let's just look at that again one more time, because that's really sick. I had a lot of fun with this book. It's not the best of all these Marvel Godzilla crossovers they've been doing. The best of the best, I have to say, is that Fantastic Four one. That's just one of the best comics I've read. It is a perfect book. Just as far, I've reread it a few times since, and it's just so much fun. Same goes for the X-Men issue to a lesser degree. That one's just pure action fun, but the Fantastic Four one has a little bit more heart to it. It just feels more classic Marvel to me, whereas the X-Men one just felt pure 90s to me, which is also my vibe, so whatever. Anyhow, I had a good time with this here, and I'm looking forward to coming at you with another Godzilla book.